Starting off with 4 cups here of rotini. Spread it out there. We're gonna bring in something special. Got ourselves some cherry tomatoes and some fresh cucumber. And you just take those and put those around in there. Make it pretty. Take your time. This is not a complicated dish. I'm making this for someone special, and she likes color. So just take your time there. And I got my little towers here. I had fun making those. Just stick those in there. Now this one actually right here, I'm making for my family because we're going over to our special family member's house, and I'm actually gonna make her something separate. I'm gonna do that in a few minutes, so you might wanna stick around for that. There we go. Got plenty of green and red in there. I think we do. Let's stick that to the side. Now we got ourselves here some garbanzo beans, or as some people like to call them, chickpeas. I'll just stick them in there. Yeah, 1 can there should do. I'm gonna take it just to save just a little bit for that something else we got coming. We've also got here some fresh mozzarella balls. I love these things. I think they're so fun. And maybe I should have tried to open it beforehand. Oh, because my hands are all sweaty. Just 1 second. There we go. Now you're gonna take this and, well, that's the way it comes. You're just gonna take the little balls and put them in there. And remember, you want this to be pretty. Stick it all in there, take your time. They start coming across. Now, doesn't that look like a soccer ball or something? Just makes some of those little black and whites there. I think it's okay to take your time when you're making something special for someone special. Because look, if I put too much white in there, it would cover up all the beautiful reds and the greens. So we're gonna stop right there. All right, now we're gonna get ourselves some black pepper here. Now I love seasonings, and I'm sure you do too. So allow yourself to just put as much as you want on there, but obviously not too much. We're gonna do some ground oregano. There you go. And we've also got ourselves a little garlic powder. If you watch my videos, you know I like garlic powder. There you go. All right. Now, one other thing you might not be thinking about, but we're going to be putting on some Parmesan cheese here, just a little bit now. There you go. Put that in there. Nice. And then the final thing, we're going to be using ourselves some Italian dressing, Olive Garden. Now, you want to put about a cup. I'm going to eyeball it just because I really want to make sure I'm really putting it in there in the right spaces. You got to be careful. There can be some sodium in here, and you don't want to use too much of that. And now we're just gonna pretty up this picture a little bit. Just gonna mix that dressing and those spices in there and get it all in the pasta, the rotini. Take your time. Anything that's worth doing is worth putting the time into it. There you go. Now this right here looks beautiful and it looks delicious. Like I said, we're gonna come back in a second because I've got a second thing to make here. Now for the second one, we're gonna be using some gluten-free pasta. And I'm making that for that someone special. If you haven't guessed, it's my grandmother. I'm just gonna put in, I don't know, maybe a cup or two. Now we're making a much smaller one because, well, she can't have the other one. It's got gluten in it. So we're making a gluten-free option. And my grandmother, not to get into the weeds in it, but she needs a little help with the chewing department. So we're just gonna add, I cut these in half, made these a little bit smaller. That way she'll be more comfortable, you know, as we're all eating together at the table. We're just gonna mix those around in there, make sure it's got that color. I love that color. Now let's bring in some more of that fresh mozzarella again. She's definitely a fan of that. Even though she's not a huge fan of like cheddar cheese, she does love these things here. All right, there we go. And I saved just a little bit of those garbanzo beans. So I'm gonna put some of those in there. There you go. Over there. And we're just gonna put in some seasoning like we did before. We're gonna put in that pepper. Oops. Just a little bit of pepper. Some of that oregano. Okay. And you know what? She's not a fan of garlic, so I'm gonna not put that in there. And I would put in the Italian dressing, but it's got more sodium in it than she needs, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of vinaigrette here for her. Just a little bit of vinaigrette. Not too much, because you gotta be careful with the you know, the dressings you put on there, because they can totally, if you put too much in there, they could totally you know, take away the flavor from some of the spices and from the other things. You got your vegetables in there and such. All right. I think she is gonna love this, and she's gonna love that we did something special for her so that she can eat a pasta salad, but something that's good for her. So we're gonna take a bite here. We're gonna bring in our other pasta salad that we made. Stick it right there. Put hers right there. Now I'm not gonna eat anything from hers, because you know, it's hers. But I am gonna grab a bite right here. I'm gonna make sure I get myself one of these balls here, the fresh mozzarella, and oh, I gotta also find myself a, see? I think I got it all right there. Nope, I don't. I gotta have a garbanzo bean. Fine. Forgive my fingers. Here we go. You know, those flavors together are perfect. They're perfect together. I'm not a huge cucumber fan, but man, this tastes really good. You should try it.